Hey, we last played this 6 days ago? The ninth? Wait, what? What? Oh, September 9th. Or September 4th. Never mind. That was 6 days ago, I think. 5 days ago. You can't sprint while overloaded. What were we doing last time? That dude's dead. I'm gonna rob him. Never mind, not gonna rob him. Where's my horse?
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised. More about Lubush.
Another thing about Lubosh.
Found bloody armor at his house.
Covered in blood.
God preserve us. Everyone knows he was a violent oaf, but I never thought he'd stoop to murder. At least he never did that here.
No, here. Well, thanks for the input.
Good luck to you.
Let me pull up that good old quest log, huh? Cheese house? It's a horse trader. More about Limpy Lubush. Where's my horse at? Here it is. Take my garbage, please. Beyond you? An inventory? Okay, let me see. No need. Apparently you can stealth kill with the dagger. You have it in your inventory. Okay. That should on me. Keep the arrows. I don't need the hunting weapon. I will keep the torch because there's a torch so I can see. We have no... There you go. Store. Doesn't matter. They're better. Store. Store. Better. Eat that. Eat. 3 charisma compared to 4 charisma, so yeet. These are a bit better in terms of stealth, but you eat both of these. Skull cap, don't need. Food I'll keep. Not that worried about it. Howdy, partner.
Oh.
Looks fine. Alright, Stallion. My steed.
How's your adventures with Jeff going?
Jeff is not my horse. This is, Pickle, I believe. What's the name of my horse again?
What did I name my horse?
That horse's name is Pebbles. Right.
You take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon, and you take the moon.
Where
Yes,
is the
like-
village pub?
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? Oh.
Embroidery.
Come now.
What are you embroidering, jackass?
God be with you. Good luck to you.
Talk trade, huh?
Was I just
Only
going
take
to
food,
look up?
can't you? So you know what? Take all of this.
No, I'm only gonna play with Nick. Cause he's playing Kingdom Come.
I'm playing Kingdom Come. I mean, if you joined like 5 minutes earlier before I went live, I would have said something else, but
What? Me too.
probably fine. Haggle.
Let's talk about the...
Aye.
Here you are, with a little top-up.
Thanks 1,000 times.
No problem, man. Now tell me everything you know about Luposh. Lumpy Luposh.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know nothing about it, but to ask all you want.
Who was his Lubosh
That
who
man
was
Lubosh
murdered?
Who was murdered. What was he like?
I didn't really know him. He kept to himself, even in the tavern.
Have you noticed anything
Have you noticed
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday.
Ooh.
He was even talking to the priest and went to confession. I was wondering what he was up to take to the faith all of a sudden. But I suppose no sin's too dark for God's mercy.
What was Lubosh doing on the day of the
Do you know what
Neuhof
Lubosh
raid?
was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
I was coming from the tavern very late that night, and I caught a glimpse of someone entering the village. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against the sky, but after what happened, I wouldn't wonder.
Doesn't help me, sir.
Do
Who was
know anyone
Lubosh seeing?
Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village. He used to sit in
Pardon
the
you?
tavern next to us sometimes, but he never said much.
That's all.
May the Lord watch over you.
The money wisely. Where's the church? Probably over here. Pebbles. Pebbles. Come on, bruv. What are you doing? Want to train? I'm not a train if you let me. Hello, sir. Father God. Priest, put that sword down.
I see you know how to wield a sword, Father. I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. Reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
Do you have any work for me?
My dear lad, I have more worries than I can bear. Another pair of shoulders would ease my burden. I have to deal with a local witch.
A witch?
Pardon?
The herb woman, old Gertrude. That devious hag who will stoop to anything. Like all herbalists, for that matter.
Oh, don't tell me. The cows are giving blood instead of milk, and babies are being born with 2 heads and a tail.
This is no laughing matter. Gertrude isn't evil. She just has peculiar ideas about what's good for people. A little bird told me she incited some Ujet's women to
You have the most
witchery.
American voice.
A little
bird told you?
did it.
You know how good people are at seeing the splinter in another's eye and not the beam in their own.
In other words, someone's been gossiping.
What's the problem?
As long as herb women stick to giving psychic to folk and bloated cows, assisting in childbirth, or burning incense in bedrooms to help with sleep, then nothing at all. But this is sacrilege, and it's unsafe. All sorts of molds and lichens and poisonous plants and other foul things go into those concoctions. I'd hate to see her poison some poor gullible lass.
What do you
What do you
want
want me to do?
I want you to go and see her and find out what she's been up to. I know she lives in fear of the Holy Church, so tell her I sent you. That will make her talk and think twice about encouraging witchcraft. If you learn that she truly
Alright,
did
Father.
involve folk in some foolishness, find out all you can and deal with it. Consider it
I'll
done.
gladly help.
Good. And never fear. I'm a man who always pays his debts. You'll find Gertrude, the old herb woman, in the woods. Take care now.
Playing with the devil. But if you could tell me about Lubosh.
Jesus Christ, people.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything
Notice
suspicious?
anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
What was Lubosh doing on the night of the
Do you know
Neuhof
what
raid?
Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of
This is
God
the wave of
above
faith.
the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Has to be
Father,
some
surely
exception.
you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy
We need
Church.
that voice upgrade.
If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians. Worse than the murderer escaping punishment.
No one escapes punishment.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening. In the tavern. Over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up
He has a loose tongue.
All right? Thank you, Father.
May the Lord watch over you.
I'm gonna do his other mission too. Alright, Gertrude. How do you play this game again? What's your map? In the woods. Scouts. Maybe we don't know where she is yet, so let me see. Quest. Only track 3? Alright, on track, how do you interact? There you go. Oh, side quest. There you go, let's go right out.
Ow, clumsy idiot! Learn to ride a horse.
You're right. I wanted to see, where are we at for speech? An 8? Am I high enough? I am high enough. Look at that. And this one has some negatives, right? So I wouldn't take this one. This also has no negatives, but I don't really care about haggling as I pretty much give my items away anyway. Let's go with Troubadour. We do anything else that's worthwhile? Agility, featherweight, don't care. We have a bit for that. Bit. And now we're fine. Skills. Hunting. I don't really care about that. No points in reading yet. I gotta find somebody who can teach us. I forget where he said we can read. Isn't that Schultz? Schultz? I thought. We asked the bailiff in Ratif. I believe there's a teacher here. Gotta find him.
Yeah.
Alright, Henry. On our way here. I'm not in combat is the thing. The music changed. So this is some weird altar. Alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold. Gertrude. Herbal.
Jesus Christ, your clothes! Were you assaulted? Damn bandits, may they burn in hell.
Tell me anything about Lubos? Training? Let's trade. I didn't mean to do that. You only want flowers? I don't need these. Maybe it'll loosen up your tongue a little bit. Pretty expensive book.
Let's talk about the...
Why not?
this here and a little top up.
Thanks 1,000 times.
Thank you, herb woman. Now tell me everything you know about witchcraft.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice
Beginner.
the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
How much? 60? Do it.
Isn't that
Let's
quite a
haggle.
lot?
Let's not. Let's go to like 54.
Satisfied?
I'd almost shake.
55?
Agreed. Now, listen up.
I just bought a perk point?
Would you
Can I do
teach
it
me
again?
something about...
Certainly.
Well,
No, okay.
May the Lord watch over you.
I've come in the
Tell me
name of
anything about
Sahanna
Lubos.
of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who was
this
murdered?
Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
But I don't like this hair strand coming out of your upper right
Have you
skull.
noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
Do you know who
They meet
Lubosh
with?
used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since
That's all.
Thank you.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
me, witchcraft. That's nothing but idle chatter.
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done
Too
a
easy.
very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
But I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
What kind of ointment
Ointment?
was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The
Oh, geez,
flowers
the devil
might
let us.
start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Can you fix my clothes?
Will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Vera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin? And
Why
are you so
did you
worried
change
about
your
it
mind?
all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft. And do you know what they do to witches?
They burn them alive.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though.
Oh, my fingers, please. One-handed. What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
So this is white again?
What kind of ointment?
Yeah.
One that will show you...
So,
The ointment...
I want to know something. I've heard
Okay.
enough.
If you've heard enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend.
Alright, I'm on it. Very well.
thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. Good luck then.
Thank you. One less ride. I'm trying to get used to it still. Can I do it again? Didn't realize that, right? We don't have a bounty, so I'm gonna say we're fine. Where am I? Is this... I don't really want to pickpocket anybody, but it's free skill points. I know not what I am doing. Here are the bellows. Turn on, whatever. Was a belladonna and what? I don't think we have it. Stone of Valarian and a Thristle. And St. John's wort. I guess we don't have a recipe yet, so we can actually do it. I don't know. I'm trying here. I can't use anything. I gotta add water first? Save your shot, look at that. Nettle and Bellanota? Can I look at the book? Get off. V-I-U-N-M. That's a 6-letter word, or 5-letter word, excuse me. Spirits, oil, wine. I'm gonna say it's water, nettle, and let's see, add water. We don't know how long for that was the issue. Inventory. Belladonna and nettle. We didn't put anything with the dish or whatever, but Bellows. For a savior snaps, though. Now we know to look for Nettle and Belladonna. And eventually we can read and figure out how to do that. Does she have any Belladonna growing around? Mr. Nettle. We don't need much. That was like, what, 12? And Belladonna. We're just gonna have like a handful of each, I think. Don't need any more St. John's wort. And the lions we're fine on. That's our perk, pretty much. More nettle. Okay. Hey, she's awake. What are we talking about? Ma'am. Run. I dare you. I didn't even know where she's going. She's in the middle of the woods. We're fine. Any Belladonna in here? No. He tried to rob me. You know, maybe she said someone tried to rob me, so she doesn't know who it was. So it appears to me now that you cannot pickpocket somebody over and over. Alright, we can get out of here. Let's go find those 3 people. Mount Pebbles. Resistance. I have no idea. Oh, we bought a perk of herbalism. Why do I think it was alchemy? Could even done more too, actually. We didn't just scare her away. Let's go. Also, where am I going? I'm missing the blue one, yeah. Everything go turn around and go east. Alrighty. Then... See, I don't really care about how long it takes me to do something. I care more about being able to do it and not have to worry about inventory. That's how I am.
Yeah.
Help me trying to rob me. we just eat that rabbit? We might have. My eyes. Maybe we'll see her. Alright, we do have a bounty. I'll just pay you, I don't really care. I'm gonna leave you right here, Pebbles. I will press every wrong button before I press the right one. I want to play dice.
God be with you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Around here.
What's up?
You should hear about what Vashek the groom has been up to at the stables. When the head groom told the lads here, they fell off their seats laughing.
Ah.
Is there anything suspicious?
What's happening around here?
Nothing out of...
Alright, let's talk trade. What do you take here? Only food. Take this, and I'll just pretty much give it to you for extra reputation
I'd like to discuss the...
and speech.
That's a sum I can live.
I didn't do what I wanted to do. Also, apparently, if you just rent for 5 days, it's actually
All
you
right.
own the place forever.
For how long?
How
A few
about
nights
if I
is
pay you
forever.
for several nights?
Sure, but let's see your...
About like 175.
Agreed?
Well now.
180.
You'll like it here.
Thank you.
Where do I go to sleep?
You'll have no trouble finding it. Right inside the door to the building.
I'm a ladder to my bedroom. Go ahead and heal the fool. I believe this one's mine, right? That's the one room with the ladder. Very hard. Mirror. I do believe this stuff is mine. I'm gonna crouch. I'm gonna put them in this chest so they can lose some heat, and then we can sell them later. Pretty much if it's stolen, I don't want it on me. So we do not need 4 bludgeons. Oh, this is what's in here. But this is mine. Oh, they're universal, aren't they? I think they are. And we had this potion, I know that. Plus we had the piercer. How many use you get? 7. 8 for agility. I stab more than anything else. Move. Alright, that is everything that it's stolen. Almost everything that's stolen. Valorian. Can't read you. Probably keep this on the horse now that I think about it. Sleep and save. It's the morning, how about that? It's almost morning, that's good enough for me. We'll find the women.